What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. It's the best one, Donnie here, back with a brand new episode of Hot Takes. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, the best way to support us is by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications, videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO, and of course, you already know, the grind is real. And this week on Hot Takes, there's only one thing that I really want to give you guys my take on, and that is the match that was just announced yesterday officially. They had a press conference. It is going to be Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns on Saturday, November 5th in Saudi Arabia. They are going to be going against each other for the WWE Universal Championship. And I did do a reaction video yesterday. I was, a little bit late. I watched SmackDown yesterday morning, and I did a reaction to the Logan Paul segment on SmackDown, and I gave you guys a little bit of my thoughts on that. And now that it's actually official, I feel like Hot Takes is the perfect place to give you guys my opinion. And by interacting with me, please, guys, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the whole Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns match. But hear what I gotta say first before you make your opinion. So, I have a pretty hot take about this. We all know Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul, they are doing this for money. It's obvious what they're doing it for. Because in, Saudi Arabia, they have a certain deal that they have to do, and Logan Paul, draws a lot of people, so, this has a big match feel to it, and it's going to have the fans wanting to watch it because, so even haters of Logan Paul are going to want to see it because he's going against one of the best for, the World Championship. And my opinion about this is Logan Paul should not be going against Roman Reigns for the championship. I think friggin' Triple H, a lot of people, and myself, I think Triple H has done a phenomenal job ever since, taking the role from Vince McMahon. But I am not saying that this is all perfect, what Triple H is doing. Because right now, a lot of you guys really like what Triple H is doing because you're all in the honeymoon stage with Triple H's creative. Just like how a lot of the wrestling fans were never criticizing AEW because a lot of people were in the honeymoon stage during that became fans. I'm talking to you, Danny Huckins. But when it comes to the whole thing with Triple H, he has done a great job bringing back certain guys that were really misused, like Karrion Kross and Braun Strowman and Hit Row. And he has done a great job, so far with what he's done. I think the women's division is looking better than it's ever been. I think our mid-card titles are finally prestigious again, and they feel important. Gunter and Bobby Lashley are absolutely killing it as mid-card champions. Roman Reigns, he's part-time, but I gotta say, the presentation for the Bloodline after watching, the opening segment on SmackDown, it's really good. I gotta say it. I know a lot of you fans are sick of Roman Reigns as champion, but this is the best work Roman Reigns has ever done, and I love the addition of Solo Sikoa, part of the group. Sami Zayn, is bringing tension and problems into the group, which I like. He's the perfect comedy act for that group. You got the Usos. You already know Jay is better than Jimmy. And, of course, Paul Heyman is just untouchable when he gets on that mic and cuts his promos. Which him and Logan Paul, do not get me wrong, I know this build-up is going to be absolutely perfect. It's going to be 10 out of 10, perfect. They're going to build this thing awesome. But my problem still goes back to Logan Paul has only had one singles match under his belt against The Miz at SummerSlam. Only one match in his professional wrestling career. one singles match, and he's also been in a tag team match at WrestleMania as well. But I'm talking about singles match in particular because he's going for a singles world title. This is the world championship, and he's only wrestled one match in his whole career, remind you. He has not done any matches in the independent circuit. He has not done any matches, on Dark or television. One match he's done. Yet he is getting a shot at your world champion. I really do not like this. I feel like Logan Paul needs to earn his world title shot. Very similar to how they have been booking Goldberg the last couple years. They just throw Goldberg into the Universal title picture, and he did nothing to earn it. And that's the problem that I'm having here with the booking. And Triple H right now is doing something very similar to what Vince McMahon would have done. And I'm going to call out the bullshit when I see it. I call it out on AEW. I call it out on WWE. And right now, this is bullshit. Because Logan Paul's only wrestled one match in his whole career as a wrestler. And you really got to think about it from the outside perspective. The fans of Logan Paul that do not tune into wrestling. The casuals that don't even, watch the product because they think it's fake. How does this look for WWE? How does this look for wrestling as a whole? You are having Logan Paul go against Roman Reigns. Do not get me wrong. Logan Paul did a phenomenal job at SummerSlam. Probably the best celebrity that WWE has ever had step foot in that freaking squared circle. But when it comes down to it, what got Logan Paul a title shot for the WWE Universal Champion? Especially against a guy who has been holding that championship for over 2 freaking years. What has Logan Paul done to earn a title shot for that opportunity to go against Roman Reigns? What? Because he lasted 6 rounds in a boxing match against Floyd Money Mayweather. Congratulations. That should not give you the opportunity to go for the WWE World Championship. This makes wrestling as a whole look like a joke. I've already been going through, wrestling Twitter and friggin' even the casuals. Oh, this is fake. No wonder why Logan Paul's getting a world title shot. Like you have to think about it from the logical standpoint. That's why us we are wrestling maniacs. We are frustrated and we understand friggin' what's going on here. This does not make wrestling look good. In any combat sport, in basketball, for example, in football, you compete in the playoffs for a championship. You can't just freaking have the shittiest team, freaking Detroit Lions or Jacksonville Jaguars go right to the Super Bowl. You can't have freaking the OKC Thunder in the NBA go for the championship right away against the best team. You have to earn it. And that's the problem here. This does not look good for wrestling as a whole. And I really think that what AEW has done, stripping CM Punk of the AEW World title and doing this tournament, it makes the World Championship in AEW prestigious. Because going into Wednesday at Grand Slam, the main event is going to be Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson to crown a new AEW World Champion. And I gotta say, Tony Khan did a phenomenal job handling that whole Elite CM Punk situation. I think he did the right thing, taking the titles off of them. And, CM Punk's injured anyways. And I'm glad we're not getting an interim champion. Hallelujah. The one thing I don't like about AEW is that whole interim title thing. But when it comes down to it, Grand Slam, you have 2 of the best right now in the game. Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson fighting it out. They're going to be friggin' blood, sweat, tears. They're going to put on a classic at friggin' Arthur Stadium. That right there is a world championship match right there. You have 2 guys who have been scratching, clawing their way to the top. And right now, these 2, they are fighting for the prize. And that is why the AEW World Championship is more prestigious than the WWE title. The WWE title was more prestigious before they made this announcement on with Saudi Arabia, because the way Roman Reigns has been presented as world champion has been phenomenal. I have been all for it all the way until excuse me real quick. Before Roman Reigns went part-time. That is the problem that I have here with this situation, is that Logan Paul, he should be getting more matches under his belt. Like, why couldn't he, do some matches on SmackDown? Like, why couldn't he, get some matches under his belt? And then, you do a number one contenders match or something, and you have friggin' Logan Paul, win that match and then go against Roman Reigns. But it should not be in November. If you're going to have Logan Paul, he needs to be wrestling for at least freaking 6 months, I gotta say. 6 months to a year consistently, and then let him get his shot for the championship. Because this is very similar to what they were doing for years with Goldberg. And you see with Brock Lesnar, at least Brock Lesnar wrestled matches to earn his title shot. Even though it was on a part-time schedule, WWE made it work. They would have Brock Lesnar go against, John Cena, Randy Orton, CM Punk, freaking AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar did a lot of freaking matches on their pay-per-views, and, eventually it led to him getting a title shot, and they did not just throw him right into the title picture, they did it the right way. And that is exactly what I gotta say with Logan Paul. They gotta do it the right way, because right now, after SummerSlam, a lot of people were giving Logan Paul credit for what he did. He put on a great match. It was a phenomenal performance that he did at SummerSlam. Shocked a lot of people. I had a prediction that he was going to go off at SummerSlam. I did predict that. But a lot of people were very shocked by it. And now you are pretty much going from that, where you got a lot of momentum, and you're rushing it by having him go against Roman Reigns in November in Saudi Arabia. I get it. It's supposed to be a fun match. Maybe I am too much of a We Are Wrestling maniac that I can't just sit back and enjoy this. Do not get me wrong. The segment on SmackDown that Logan Paul and the Bloodline did was perfect. I loved that opening. One of the best openings, I think, in SmackDown in a long freaking time. But when it comes all down to it, the World Championship is the grand prize. That is what every wrestler should be going against. Back in old school, you had to earn your title shots. Do you think The Rock got handed a world championship? You think Stone Cold got a world championship handed to him? You think Hulk Hogan got a world championship handed to him? Do you think John Cena got his first world championship handed to him? No. They had to scratch. They had to claw. They had to fight and earn the world championship. And that is the thing I like about AEW. These guys that go for the world championship, they earn it. Now with the TNT title and the TBS title and, the mid-card titles and all that in AEW, they just, throw random people into the matches to go against the title. And that I do not like either. I feel like in wrestling, if you are going to go for a championship, you need to have matches under your belt. You need to have wins. And, of course, you need to freaking be on your A game to go for, a championship. I really, think that when someone gets thrown into a title picture without having, a logical reason behind it, it makes absolutely no sense. And I think wrestling as a whole took an L with this Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns match. I love Logan Paul. I really like Roman Reigns a lot. I know it's going to be a fun month with this whole build-up here between Roman Reigns and Logan Paul. I can't wait to watch the segments and react to them on the We Are Wrestling channel. And I can't wait to watch the match. But here's the problem. Logan Paul did not earn his shot for the title. And it really sucks Triple H, I think some people really got to take a step back. I get it. WWE is finally watchable again. That's why everybody is so happy. They're going to let Triple H get away with some bad booking decisions. Not everything is going to be perfect. Even when Tony Khan was in the honeymoon stage, he got away with some shit. But that's the thing here on the We Are Wrestling channel with me. Best one, Donnie. I call out the bullshit. I will call out the good. I will call out the bad. And I will give you guys my honest opinion and hot take. That is what I do here every Sunday. I try to do hot takes. I've been very inconsistent with it. I've been going, every other week. But we are going to get back on, a roll this week, hopefully. And we're going to start having these come out every Sunday. But guys, let me know in the comment section below your thoughts and opinions on the Logan Paul Roman Reigns situation. Maybe there's something, maybe I don't understand. Maybe I am wrong with some of my takes. Maybe you guys have a take that can convince me otherwise. But let me know in the comment section below what your guys' thoughts and opinions are on the whole crown jewel match that's going to be happening on November 5th between Logan Paul and Roman Reigns. If you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Hot Takes, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, help support the channel by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications. The links are down in the description below. You can go follow me on my social medias and other YouTube pages. I am going to be very active now on my other channels. I have an update video coming out on my basketball channel, DBTV, this week. And with Best One Donnie, I'm going to be posting lots of reactions and reviews of other things outside of wrestling and, pretty much things I like outside of wrestling. So all the links are down in the description below. But to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, we are taking over. Peace.